What is up, farming family? How y'all doing today? Today, we are checking out the Vatic Pro Flash 16mm. I've been playing a decent amount of singles with this, a lot of doubles with this the last, couple of days. I know exactly how I feel about this now. I'm going to go over the specs. You already know I've went over the V7 16mm, and I really like that paddle. So stay tuned till the end of this, and I'll tell you, if I like this and if my brother likes this. Because at the end of it, he's going to, give his opinion, so stay tuned. This paddle has a thickness of 16mm. The weight averages from 8.1 to 8.3 ounces. The length is 16.2 inches. The grip length is 5.4 inches. It's thermoformed, it has foamed edges, and it has a unibody construction, so it's not going to break easy. The grip circumference is 4.25 inches. And the width is 7.7 inches on this paddle. When it came to the poppiness of this paddle, I felt like it had a little more pop than the V7 did.
Yeah, I agree. I tend to lead more toward it feels more like the Carbon, but it still has just such great control though.
I could definitely see that because it's not as strong as the Legacy, and in the previous preview or review, we mentioned how the Carbon 1X was in the middle of the Vatic and the Legacy. And when it came to the control, I don't really have a lot of problem with the thermoform paddles. You just have to focus a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. The control on it was really good. I really do feel like it felt so much like the Carbon though, but it did feel really great.
Yeah, resets were not really a problem, and neither were blocks with this paddle.
Yeah, you get a lot of great top spin serves when you try. Like, it really does have really good spin, or adequate enough for you to be able to play with.
Yeah, even when I was doing slices or I was doing, the push drop, I noticed the balls were spinning a little bit more than they do with the non-thermoformed and the foamed edge paddles. But we've, noticed that with all the other ones that are thermoformed, so that's nothing new, to discuss. When it comes to maneuverability, when it comes to all these unibody construction paddles, the weight is really spread out in them. But since they have these 5.5-inch handles, if you're grabbing at the bottom and you have small wrist or something like that, or something's wrong with your shoulder, it might be a little too heavy for you. But I would think for the average person, you're not going to have problems when it comes to swinging it or getting the paddle around any at all. Like I mentioned earlier, these things are going to be durable. It is a unibody design, so it's not going to snap unless you're doing something crazy. Obviously, if you run over it like with a vehicle or something like that, it's going to break. But just, driving the ball or anything like that, it's not going to break. It's not going to be like Riley Newman's Gamma paddle in the middle of a match. You can count on it when it comes to that. Yes, I definitely use an overgrip. I tend to use an overgrip on basically every paddle I get. The moment I get it, I will generally put an overgrip on it to make it a little bit thicker. And I will also add lead tape down at the throat. I didn't add lead tape on this one, and I probably won't because I don't know if it's going to make a crazy amount of difference, because this one already has a nice sweet spot. It has a decent amount of pop. It has everything, you'd want in a paddle, so there's not really any reason for me to add lead tape, to be honest. When it comes to the price, it is going to be hard to beat this price for what you're getting. It is $139.99. That is crazy. You have all these other companies who are definitely going to be releasing thermoformed and foam edge paddles, and they're definitely going to, be a higher value than this. So, it's hard not to recommend this paddle, and it plays really good. And plus, I have a code, so if you use my code, you get a 10% extra off. So it makes it even cheaper. So this is definitely a paddle that I would recommend, though. But until next time, stay safe, have a good day, drink plenty of water. Peace, y'all.